On today's video, the Chiefs' first-round draft pick is now under contract. Rookie minicamps have kicked off. We're going to hear what Andy Reid had to say about the plans for that. We have a couple of cool stories from a couple of rookies that I think you guys will enjoy. And also, are the worst people on this planet getting their pitchforks together and coming after our boy, Patrick freaking Mahomes? Let's talk about it. Welcome back to All Chiefed Up. We're back with another video, so let's freaking go.
You're listening to All Chiefed Up.
In a predictable yet satisfying move, the Chiefs picked Josh Simmons with their first-round draft pick. This kid looks like he could be the future left tackle for the Kansas City Chiefs and protect Patrick Mahomes' blind side for the foreseeable future. And he is now under contract. As Adam Schefter reports, the Chiefs' first-round pick, Joshua Simmons, signed his 4-year, fully guaranteed contract worth $14.6 million per his agents Drew Rosenhaus, Robert Bailey, and Oliver Shell. Most of Chiefs Kingdom is elated about that news, yet there are some that are still a little bit worried about that knee. So let's hear what Andy Reid had to say as he talked about Josh Simmons' rookie minicamp plan. He said Josh Simmons is doing mostly the individual work. We try to keep him out of the team if we're going against the defense, so just taking it slow here. We're just kind of getting a feel for where he's at with this. He had kind of a heavy travel schedule during the 30 visit thing, so just make sure that this thing's strong. He looks like he's got some talent there. That's a good thing, right? For what we can do, that's a plus. Everyone knows Simmons missed significant time last October due to a patellar tendon injury. He continues to rehab and hopes of returning to good health by the start of the 2025 season. Andy went on to say, it looks like Josh is moving around good. He's right on that, where he just needs a little bit more time, but he's moving around well. I was surprised on how well he was doing out there moving. He looks like he's comfortable with it. So it sounds like our new left tackle is right on schedule to get back out there for camp and hopefully compete for that left tackle position in this first season. Moving on, Andy Reid talked about the rest of his rookie minicamp plans. Just a disclaimer here, I can't read what Andy Reid's even trying to say, but I'll give it my best shot. He says it's literally that. There's only maybe 16, 15, 16 of them that, whether it's the 7 draft picks and 10 or so others that have been signed as free agents, college free agents, said Reid. The rest of the guys are just invites to this camp as free agents, and that's a challenge for them to catch our eye. But they're going about it the right way, and it's literally that. Are you going to make the catch? Are you going to make the throw? Are you going to make the coverage adjustment that you need to make on the back end? Defensive line, it's all pass, so do you have a rush ability in that? Linebackers, same way. Coverage and kind of an understanding and grasping the defensive plan that we're asking. So anyways, all of that is part of it. That's what we look at. So that's a little bit confusing, but if you decipher it all, it just tells you what Andy Reid's looking at in this rookie minicamp. He went on to say, you get a little idea on pass rush for the 2 defensive guys. Again, we're keeping the other kid out of the Simmons out of the contract part of it, or out of the team stuff, said Reid. The defensive linemen look like they have high motors and they have good quickness. It looks like good lower body and core strength, which is very important for getting banged around in there. Geez, Andy, God love him. Andy Reid has a way with words, doesn't he? Speaking about getting banged up in there, all of us are freaking horned up about these rookies, so it's pretty exciting to hear what he has in store for them. Moving along, we have an update on the BJ Thompson situation. He was cut yesterday, but the Sporting News comes out with a story via Matt Derrick. The Chiefs plan to bring BJ Thompson back on IR so he can remain under the care of the team's physicians. He went into cardiac arrest after suffering a seizure during a team meeting last year. The Chiefs plan to help Thompson recover whether or not he decides to return to football. So that's a real stand-up move by the Kansas City Chiefs. What an awesome gesture. And all of us are thinking about you, BJ. Our hearts go out to you. We hope that you recover, and we hope you can get back in there, my man. We're thinking about you. Next up, we have one of our rookies, Ashton Gillotte. Matt Foster reported during his time in Louisville, new Chiefs defensive end Ashton Gillotte gave most of his NIL to charity, specifically to veterans and the homeless. He said, I'm grateful for what I have, so whatever I can give back, I'll give back. Gillotte's father is a former Marine and his uncle an Iraq vet. Let's hear what he had to say in his own words.
It comes down to my faith and really the calling I feel like God put on me. Like, I don't need half the thing. Like, I'm grateful with what I have. So, like, whatever I can give back, I'll give back because my mom ingrained that in me, my pastors ingrained that in me, my youth group leaders. So it's just, for me, it's been a calling, especially for veterans. Like, veterans was a big thing for me. Homelessness, that's another thing. Like, if I can give back in any way, that's I feel like that's what you're supposed to do, especially when you get in these positions. So,
why are veterans important to you?
So I got a lot of military family. My dad's ex-Marine. My uncle was in Iraq, Army. But just being able to like see, like, for example, for my uncle, like just seeing like the lack of support for it, and like kind of almost how like you get overlooked. Veterans kind of get overlooked nowadays. So just being able to call attention to that and make them feel loved, because a lot of vets don't feel like people when they get home. It's hard to figure out your schedule without the military. So any way I can do to bring that familiarity back or make them feel loved, because, I mean, everyone deserves love, especially vets.
Fellas, we might have found ourselves a gem with this one. Not only is he a freak athlete with a lot of promise and a high ceiling, but he's also a freaking good kid, and that goes a long way. We're going to love him here in Kansas City, and we're excited to see what he does for the community. Moving right along, we're going to talk about another rookie, Jeffrey Bassa, and why he chose number 31 for his jersey. Check this out. A to Z Sports reported, Chiefs Jeffrey Bassa's jersey number choice serves as a tribute to both his family and his fallen Oregon Ducks teammate. Last July, Kyrie Jackson, former teammate of Jeffrey Bassa and Minnesota Vikings cornerback, was tragically killed in an automobile accident. He had chosen number 31 to wear for himself, and Bassa said that he chose number 31 to honor Jackson. Although 31 might be considered a unique number for a linebacker, Jeffrey Bassa says it has a lot of meaning, talking about his late teammate Kyrie Jackson and also his family. He's one of 4 siblings and he's the only boy, so he has 3 sisters, and he thought the 3 and the 1 was pretty significant. So cool story coming from Jeffrey Bassa there about the number choice. And good Lord, just when you think it can't get much worse, People comes out with this story about Patrick Mahomes. Says that he referred to his hair as nappy while commenting on his haircut, and sparked backlash on social media.
Oh no!
Yeah, so we all know that Patrick Mahomes got a freaking haircut, but let's hear what he had to say about it in his latest presser.
For a while, but it was kind of one of those superstitions. I kept winning the Super Bowl, which is a good thing, but I didn't want to cut the hair while I was doing it. And so I had told everybody during the season that win or lose, if we win 3 in a row or if we lose, I'm getting the haircut. Like that's enough. And I'm very excited. Like I've looked at some videos from last year, and I can't believe all you guys let me keep that nappy hair for so long. Like I look way better now with the short hair, so I'll be keeping this going forward.
No big deal, right? Pretty normal. Wrong. So that clip was shared to X, and it's now inviting comments criticizing Mahomes' use of the term nappy. One commenter wrote him saying nappy just doesn't sit well with me. Another wrote, self-hate is a real thing in that crowd. The term nappy originated as a derogatory term for black people's textured hair dating back to the first slave ships in the American colonies in the 17th century, per NPR. Mahomes is biracial, and some commenters found his remarks insensitive, following past comments that have led the public to believe his family supports President Donald J. Trump's administration. Good God Almighty, I guess we see what this is really about, right, folks? Let's not use our beloved quarterback Patrick Mahomes as a pawn in your Trump derangement syndrome. We don't care about politics here. Calm down. Mahomes previously stated that he did not wish to publicly endorse a candidate, instead saying that he hoped to inform people to vote and do their own research. However, his wife Brittany Mahomes sparked backlash for liking an Instagram post on Trump's official account. And then his family, believe it or not, how dare them take a picture with the President of the United States at the freaking Super Bowl. Guys, we see what this is about. They're going to come after our boy Patrick Mahomes for any little thing they can, but it's okay. He'll go by unscathed, and he will come out on top and victorious, because that's what Patrick Mahomes freaking does. Lay off our quarterback, ladies and gentlemen, and get a freaking life. And before I wrap this bad boy up, we got a couple more fun things here. Everyone saw Mel Kiper going off about how the NFL cannot evaluate quarterbacks because of his romance with Shedeur Sanders. Apparently, Mel Kiper is so much better at evaluating quarterbacks than actual NFL scout talent evaluators. And guess what? Jason Whitlock brought this up just to remind him that Mel's an idiot. This dude had 4 quarterbacks rated above Patrick freaking Mahomes. Uh-oh, Mel. That doesn't look good for your awesome quarterback evaluating. And speaking of our awesome quarterback, looks like he was hanging out with Tom Brady himself this weekend. But let's take a look at this picture here. Tom Brady is listed at 6'4", and Patrick Mahomes is listed at 6'3". But somehow Brady is towering over our boy Mahomes here. He must have those shoes with the really high heels in it to make himself taller. That's going to be my guess. Tom Brady's such a weird dude. But just thought I'd bring that up. Get in the comments and let me know if you think Tom Brady's wearing some weird shoes or something. He got some Ron DeSantis boots on. And lastly, we have a slap nut of the day here, a notorious slap nut, Richard freaking Sherman. He says that George Kittle is the best tight end in the league, even better than Travis Kelce, and that he deserves his big contract. Well, guess what, Richard Sherman? We all know you're just still sour grapes over Super Bowl 54 because you got those cheeks clapped by Sammy Watkins and your ass kicked by the Chiefs. So just go ahead and keep that mouth shut, Richard Sherman, because you're about as good as evaluating tight end talent as Mel Kiper is at quarterbacks. And this is where I pass it off to you, Chiefs Kingdom. How we feeling about all of our new rookies, rookie minicamp, those stories about Ashton, Gillotte, and Jeffrey Bassa? Get down in the comments and let us know. Also, should the freaking mob crowd stay away from our beloved Patrick freaking Mahomes? Hell yeah, they should. But let us know what you think down in the comments. Thanks for liking, subscribing, and clicking that bell. We'll catch you next time. Go Chiefs.